Good afternoon and thank you for joining us at this time. You're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business TV. The top stories. President Bola Tinubu directs all 7 ministers to present their performance reports starting today. Federal government spends 628.61 billion naira as subsidy on electricity. House of Representatives urges federal government to convert its abandoned buildings and forfeited land for public use. Details coming up shortly. Welcome back. I am Omoife Peace Osemere. In commemoration of his first anniversary in office, President Bola Tinubu has directed all 7 ministers to present their performance reports to Nigerians. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who announced this during a press briefing in Abuja, said the low-key first anniversary celebration will be marked with sectorial media briefings by the ministers starting today. Idris was joined at Wednesday's media press conference by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, and the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Abubakar Bagudu. It would be recorded that President Bola Tinubu had at the opening of a 3-day cabinet retreat for ministers, presidential aides, permanent secretaries, and top government functionaries on November the 1st, 2023, said his cabinet members would only retain their offices based on performance, which will be reviewed quarterly. Now, with almost no end in sight to the back and forth between the organized labor and the federal government, the tripartite Committee on New Minimum Wage has again adjourned till next Tuesday, May the 28th, to continue deliberation after Wednesday's meeting in Abuja ended in a deadlock. Reports say the federal government, the organized private sector, and the organized labor failed to reach a consensus on the new minimum wage at the meeting yesterday. Federal government had initially stood its ground on the 54,000 naira it proposed on Tuesday, citing paucity of funds, but eventually increased it to 57,000 naira due to criticisms trailing its proposal. The sum was however rejected by labor. Moving on now to the power sector, where the federal government spent 628.61 billion naira subsidy on electricity in 2023. This is also as power distribution companies reportedly collected a total revenue of 1.08 trillion naira in the period under review. An analysis of figures from the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission showed that electricity subsidies continued to increase every quarter all through last year. It was observed that subsidies on power in the first, second, third, and fourth quarters of 2024 was 36.02 billion naira, 135.23 billion naira, 204.63 billion naira, and 252.76 billion naira, respectively. During the same period, power distribution companies retained 247.09 billion naira, 267.86 billion naira, 267.61 billion naira, and 294.95 billion naira in the first, second, third, and fourth quarters of 2023, respectively. Congratulations are in order as Shehu Mohammed becomes the new Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps. President Bola Tinubu appointed Mohammed as Assistant Corps Marshal, who now replaces Dauda Biu, an appointee of the former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2022. A statement by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Shegun Imohieson, has said Mohammed's appointment, which was for an initial period of 4 years, took effect from May the 20th, 2024. The statement quotes President Tinubu as tasking Shehu Mohammed to bring his wealth of experience to bear in his new assignment. You're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business TV. Still to come, Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf assents to the amended Emirate Council bill today. We'll bring you details of this. Welcome back from that break. Now, the House of Representatives has urged the federal government to renovate and convert its abandoned buildings and forfeited land locally and abroad for public use. The resolution of the House was sequel to the adoption of a motion moved by a member representing Oredo Federal Constituency of Edo State, Yahweh Esosa, on the floor of the House at Wednesday. It said asset recovery remains a powerful but underutilized tool against domestic and international corruption, noting that the Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Act provides a robust legal framework for managing and recovering such proceeds. The lawmaker recalled that in 2017, the federal government converted landed properties seized by the Economic and Financial Crimes in Kano State, now where the governor Abba Kabir Yusuf is expected to assent to the amended Emirate Council bill today. This is as the Kano State House of Assembly reconvenes to take a final decision. Reports say armed security operatives from the police and civil defense took over strategic places at the assembly on Wednesday, during which the lawmakers, drawn from both the ruling NNPP and leading opposition APC in the state, allowed the bill that sought to repeal the creation of 5 emirates to pass the first reading. The Kano State Emirates Council Amendment Number 2, Law 2024, was sponsored by the Majority Leader and member representing the Dala constituency, Lawan Hussaini Chediar Yanga Gurasa. The Kano State Emirates Council Law 2019, which created 5 new emirates, was first assented to by ex-governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje on December 5th, 2019. It further assented to an amendment to the law on 14th of October 2020 and signed another amendment on 11th of April 2023. It was gathered that Section 3, Subsection 1 of the law established 5 distinct emirates: Kano, Bichi, Rano, Gaya, and Karaye, with Kano and Araye having 8 local government areas of jurisdiction each, while Bichi and Gaya Emirates share 9 local government areas of jurisdiction. Rano Emirate enjoys jurisdiction over 10 local government areas out of the 44 local councils in the state. President Bola Tinubu's proposed a 300% increase in the salaries and allowances of judicial office holders has received the backing of the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission and also Justice Minister Lateef Fagbemi, SAN. Also in support of the planned review are the Finance Minister and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Wole Edu, the National Judicial Council, and the Nigerian Bar Association. They okayed the plan during a one-day public hearing on a bill for an act to prescribe the salaries and allowances and fringe benefits of judicial office holders in Nigeria and related matters 2024 by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters in Abuja. Meanwhile, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, has faulted the work ethics of some judicial officers in the country. The CJN, who made this known during his keynote address at the Court of Appeal 2-day workshop for the review of the 2023 Election Petition Tribunals, Court and Appeals held in Abuja, also described questionable judgment delivered and the manner in which interlocutory orders are used. Ariwoola lamented that the actions of some judicial officers tend to make a mockery of the country's judicial system, further vowing that those found guilty of this will not be left unpunished. We will bring you a candid conversation